Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and I just got back from the new film Bellflower. Two friends who build a flamethrower together and have post-apocalyptic dreams of ruling the post-apocalyptic world that they love so much from the Mad Max films, and particularly they love Lord Humongous, Cannot Be Defied. And then one of the guys, played by Evan Glodell, falls in love with this girl, and they have a relationship, and that kind of intersects with the post-apocalyptic thing. I don't want to get too much into the plot because I think this film is good as a surprise. You don't want to know, and I almost don't want to figure out a lot of the things that are in this film. I mean, it's one of those films you want to be open to interpretation, and that's the rebellious nature, the impetuous nature, the ambitious nature of this film is just like what kind of like is the best things about it, sometimes the worst things. I think there's a lot of places where it maybe goes a little too far and gets a little too weird. I definitely really like it. I like the homemade quality. They have like dirt on all the lenses in this film, like a lot of the lenses, and the cameras I think are homemade, and they like built their own cameras, they built their own camera rigs. The car, they're also making a hot rod called the Medusa. Their gang called Mother Medusa. They build this awesome hot rod, like tricked out like muscle car with like awesome flamethrowers in the back, and they're making a flamethrower, so you know when the apocalypse comes they can just get out of their Mother Medusa and shoot off this flamethrower and everyone will know that they're in charge and everything, which is, it's really funny. I mean, everybody I think now my age has a post-apocalyptic like plan, I feel like, maybe, and probably because of Mad Max, and it's fun to think about. I don't think it would be fun to actually live in. These are kind of average guys who like dream about this post-apocalyptic world, you know, just like the fantasy that it really is. I don't know if they really think the world's gonna end anytime soon. They have so much fun with it, why not? They're dreamers, they're young, they moved to California on a whim. It's like so grimy and gritty, and it seemed kind of cool. And this film has that kind of independent film quality. I think of this film when I was watching it as like post-mumblecore. Mumblecore is always shot with pretty clear cameras, like mostly video cameras. They don't like want to have grime or grain on the film or anything. And Bellflower like loves that and wants that homemade like grimy, shitty quality to their film. And you know, and sometimes there's a lot of distortion in the image, and a lot of things are blown out for like little to no reason. But it kind of, for me, you know, maybe when someone like Tony Scott does that, which some of this imagery actually reminds me of like, you know, Domino or something, but I think this imagery and this was used kind of effectively because it gives it kind of an independent feel. We had no money, so we thought it would look cool this way, like we're two young guys making this like arty film. This is kind of like stylized realism because there's a lot of like mumblecore type acting. I mean, when I say post-mumblecore, I think it acknowledges that mumblecore happened, but it wants to grime it up and make it dirtier. And just how hallucinogenic kind of the second half is. I mean, it's almost like two halves, but it's very interesting. Evan Glodell is good. I think he's much better director and like organizer of the film than he is an actor. But Tyler Dawson, who plays his friend, I really liked him. I hope he's in more stuff because I thought he was pretty good. I thought he had some potential. He really has the presence to like be that character who brings out the fun side of the film. He's very good at that. I guess it is a little too overly ambitious and too instinctive sometimes, and that's kind of its faults. I would like to see it again. I'm not in love with it, but I definitely think it's one of those films, like if you're into movies, you should see Bellflower. Alright, so if you've seen Bellflower and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments, and subscribe if you would like to.